If the men wants to stop seeking approval and start getting what they want in life, then Dr. Robert A. Glover's and No More Mr. Nice Guy is the ultimate guide for you guys. No More Mr. Nice Guy does not instruct guys on how to behave badly, despite teaches men the skills necessary to develop into what he refers to as the integrated males. Becoming integrated means being able to accept oneself in every way, even their flaws. An integrated man is able to accept all of the aspects of himself that contribute to his singularity, including his strength, his assertiveness, his humor, his courage, and his goal, in addition to his worries, his defects, his mistakes, his rough edges, and his dark side. Get ready to unlock a new perspective and take the first step towards becoming the best version of yourself. Number 1. The Nice Guy Syndrome. The term a nice guy does not refer to a person's actions, but rather who have been conditioned incorrectly to believe that if they are kind, they would be liked, that they will have their needs satisfied, and that their life will go well. Nice guys can't tell the truth, they're always being passive-aggressive, and they have trouble setting limits. If I can hide my flaws and become what I think others want me to be, then I will be loved, and I will get my needs met, and I will have a life that is problem-free is the working mentality of the nice guy. And even if they are nervous about resolving a problem, they push through their anxiety and do it anyway. This in turn delete or hide certain qualities about himself and try to become something different. Number 2. The making of a nice guy. The author explains that nice guys, when they are children, come into the world where their caregivers made them feel helpless. If your parents divorced, one of your parents moved out, one of your parents died, or you were neglected, physically abused or emotionally abused as a child, the dread of being abandoned started from the childhood. An abandoned youngster develops a self-centered personality. Because of this, they are led to feel that they are solely responsible for everything that occurs in their lives. Children who are abandoned may seek the acceptance of others as a means of coping with the humiliation they feel. Their behaviors can take the form of an excessive pursuit of success, an excessive amount of working out, an attempt to fit in by creating drama, an attempt to be amusing, and an effort at pleasing others. Number 3. Learn to please the only person who really matters. In this part, the author gives us an example of what the life of a nice guy looks like. Cal is a typical nice guy who seeks external validation on his each move. He maintains a constantly happy attitude, drives an attractive vehicle, dresses well, and is the proud parent of an adorable daughter in an effort to garner approval from others. Cal likes to dress his 14-month-old daughter in a cute dress and take her to the park. From the moment he starts to dress her, he is unknowingly tying his worth and identity to the praise he thinks he will get for being a good dad. A nice guy will almost always act in a way to win someone's approval or to protect himself from being disapproved of. One of the most crucial steps in overcoming the need for approval is to first recognize the actions that contribute to it and then learn how to break free from them. Number 4. Make your needs a priority. Nice guys are typically more concerned with seeing to the requirements of others, all the while trying to present an image of being low maintenance for themselves. If a child's wants are not satisfied in a timely and healthy manner, the kid may develop the mistaken belief that it is his needs that cause other people to hurt or forsake him. As a consequence of this, nice guys can be indirect, unclear, manipulative, and controlling when they are attempting to get their needs met. One of them is making it harder for other people to contribute to you. Therefore, they should make room for the assistance of other individuals in order to become a more integrated male and to have their requirements satisfied. The second option is to make use of secret contracts. The nice guy's covert contract goes as follows: I will do something for you, in return you would something for me. Number 5. 5 ways to reclaim your personal power. The first thing you need to do is establish some boundaries. Observe yourself for a predetermined amount of time and ask yourself this question: do you ever say yes when you'd rather say no? Clearly say what you are willing to tolerate and what you are not willing to tolerate. The second step is to let go of the things you are unable to manage. The third step is to confront your anxieties head-on. Number 4 is to build integrity. Finally, express your feelings. You should genuinely confront your baggage and stop deflecting your attention away from yourself, your feelings, and your emotions in the present now. By learning the language of feelings, nice guys can recover by starting the process of letting go of a lifetime's worth of needless baggage. Number 6. Reclaim your masculinity. The absence of male role models during childhood is one factor that has contributed to the development of the problem of nice guys. As a result of the Industrial Revolution, many fathers were forced to abandon their families in order to find employment in factories and offices, leaving their sons in the care of their mothers and other female relatives. Because of their upbringing and social training, decent guys often find themselves socially isolated from other men. A nice guy can fix this by surrounding himself with strong male role models who can become your friends and from the ones you can learn. Number 7. Get the love you want. Success strategies for intimate relationships. The majority of nice guys say that they did not have a close relationship with their father when they were growing up. As a consequence of this, many nice guys were coerced into developing an unhealthy bond with their mother. Tendency to be monogamous to their mothers, it is significantly more difficult for them to have any kind of genuinely intimate relationship with a spouse once they reach adulthood. Nice guys often end up in unhealthy relationships. They try to counterbalance their anxiety of being vulnerable with their fear of being alone. When someone is vulnerable, there is a possibility that another person will get too close to them and discover how terrible they are. Nice guys are under the impression that when others find out about this secret, those individuals will harm them, embarrass them, or abandon them. A kind guy needs assistance in order to find a healthy balance between his fear of being vulnerable and his fear of being abandoned. There are two categories of nice guys: enmeshers and avoiders. Enmeshers are those who become excessively interested in a close personal relationship to the harm themselves and their other interests. On the other hand, an avoider is a person who is emotionally unavailable to a primary partner, while also performing the character of the nice guy outside of the relationship. In general, when women have a sense of security, they experience a sense of love. Setting boundaries also creates respect. When a nice person fails to create clear limits for himself and his partner, it sends the message that the nice guy doesn't genuinely respect himself, so why should she? Number 8. Get the sex you want. Success strategies for satisfying sex. The first thing you need to do to obtain the sex you desire is to come out of the closet. Feelings of internalized shame and fear are the most obstacles to a satisfied sexual life must be addressed. The second step is to discuss the issue. Find a location where you may communicate freely about your sexual past, including your earliest sexual memory, events you had as a child, sexual abuse, traumatic experiences, and sexual problems in your family. And comes, the third step is to have sexual encounters with oneself without engaging in pornography or fantasizing, instead have a healthy sex. Dissociates one's thoughts from one's body through fantasizing. Fantasy has no purpose other than to divert your attention away from your feelings of discomfort and anxiety, or to hide the fact that you are engaging in inappropriate sexual behavior. Step 4. Refuse to engage in risky sexual behavior. You will let go of the idea of being a great lover, and you will work on being open and honest in your communication. You will choose a partner who is available, and you will conclude that having poor sex is not preferable to having none at all. And finally, follow the lesson from the bull moose. In nature, the alpha male and the bull moose don't sit around trying to figure out what will make the females to like them. They are proud of who they are and what they do, which makes them aggressive, strong, competitive, and sexually confident. This is why they do what they do. After that, the women will be very interested. Number 9. Get the life you want. Stop trying to please other people. This is the single most crucial step you can take. Put your needs ahead of everyone else's. Establish friendships with strong, manly men who can serve as role models. Obtain the love that you seek. Figure out how to have sexual encounters with yourself without resorting to pornography or fantasy. And ultimately, looking at the reality of life, ask yourself 2 questions. Are you creating the life you want? If not, why not? It's likely because of fear. Face your fears head on. That's the only way to get the life you want. Now let's briefly lay out the key traits of a nice guy versus those of the ideal man. Nice guy avoids conflict and struggles with setting boundaries. Prioritizes other people's needs and desires over his own. Ignores his flaws and mistakes. Withholds his thoughts and emotions due to fear of disapproval. Feels isolated and lonely even among family and friends. Whereas ideal man handles conflict and establishes boundaries. Holds himself accountable for his own needs and desires. Addresses and learns from his flaws and mistakes. Takes charge and genuinely cares for his loved ones. Communicates his thoughts and emotions openly and honestly. Builds healthy and meaningful relationships with everyone. By understanding these distinctions and adopting the traits of the ideal man, individuals can break free from the patterns of the nice guy and lead a more self-accepting and fulfilling life. No More Mr. Nice Guy offers a powerful insight into the mindset of the nice guy and provides practical strategies for transforming into the ideal man. By prioritizing self-acceptance, embracing personal power and living a fulfilling life, you can break free from the limitations that have held you back. If you found this summary helpful, check out our other video summaries for more life-changing books and inspiring videos.